Hi, I'm Exorcist, and this is Terra Invicta, where we are currently playing as the Resistance. And last episode we had another big combat. We got another 100 or so exotics. We do have our fleets in a little bit of shambles at the moment though. And we don't have anything more coming in towards Earth or any of our other places. We do have the Earth fleet here. They are being repaired and they need a little bit more to do so. And we had to detach off a few of the very damaged ships here. We're waiting to be able to repair this one too, I think. The Adamant. And these don't have very many torpedoes left, I don't think. But yeah, this one's damaged, so it can't really move, I think. It probably could move if we shared some propellant, actually. We might be able to move it, but I think we're building something on that base so we can repair it on site instead. And we've got our main fleet that's inbound to Earth with lots of damaged ships. And these two should be fairly quick to repair. Mostly we need to repair the troop carriers. And I'm bringing it back down to Earth because I want to try and put a counselor on here before we go off to Ceres. So our next target, of course, is not in the middle. Now we need to look at the aliens, of course, and it is in the middle. So the next target would be Ceres. At the moment they don't really have anything sitting here. They've got 6 ships sitting there and another 8-9 ships coming in. 2 more here. But they've got a pretty big base here, and the servants have a base on Ceres too, so we want to knock all the 4 sites out. And then we've just got this one at Ursula that we need to deal with as well, and they've got a pretty sizable fleet sitting here too. This is actually their largest fleet at the moment, if we look at all their fleets. So we need to shoot through that one. That's their home defense fleet. You can see at the fleet power, this one's actually a lot more powerful, even if this one is bigger. And once we've cleared out these 2 sites in the middle and outer asteroid fields, we're ready to go to Jupiter. Okay, so they're launching off for Hidalgo. And I think this is another one of our automated mines. This is precisely why we want to have all these automated mines. Oh, we didn't want to go to him. And we wanted to go here. Yeah, Templins Relief, all the way out here. And the reason we want to have this is just to force them to go around and spend the fuel and try to take these out, of course. And we do get a little bit of resources while we're doing so as well. Just help stockpiling it, of course. And they're very cheap for us to make, so we just fly back and forwards with these explorer fleets. And make it a little bit tougher for them. This one's on a very eccentric orbit, so that one's going to be expensive for them to get out to. Of course, we're only flying out with a single ship. So I just tried sharing the propellant here with the Adamant, and it seems to have been able to patch up their fuel tanks. We were able to actually do that. Now we should be able to transfer them down to Gateway Earth instead. Or we already have shipyards. Okay, so we've been saving for quite some time here. So Nari has 50 experience. And we're going to remove the marked traitor finally. I think that's well worth the expenditure. Okay, and we finished the IFC Reactor 3 here. And we're going to keep going on these. This does unlock the Helion Nova Lantern. It's not the one we are looking for. We're looking for the torch drive. And it's going to be a little while before we unlock the next part of that chain. Those are basically endgame drives, or as if we need them. I think we can probably finish it off on the drives we already have, so I'm not putting too much energy into that. Anything else that we actually want to have? We're going to grab that on another one. Let's grab this one. Okay, so they've arrived there at Orkio. And they're probably just going to try to blow it up. We'll see what happens there. We don't have any defenses, so yeah, there we go. The outpost was destroyed. It's not that big of a loss. It was an automated mine, so we didn't actually have any people there. Okay, so we launched some new ships in Mercury orbit. These ones we just want to get up to Earth as soon as possible. I don't actually think it's a rush to get them to Earth, but we're sending them off to Earth to rendezvous with the rest of the fleet. Gateway Earth is as good as anything. 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. Yeah, I think that's fine. And we're not in a hurry to get these ships back. The others need to repair once they arrive there anyway, so. And Explorer 1 is back at Mars and repairing. That's good. And now we're ready for new orders. So we're just immediately going to send it back out somewhere. So we got this little rock out here, Heidelberga. Why not send it out here? It's a little bit of nobles and fissures and a little bit of metals. Oh, nothing super special, but was a little bit expensive to get out here, which is good. And this one doesn't really consume any fuel because it's so small. That means that the aliens have to consume more fuel, of course, to actually get out here. It's in a little bit of an eccentric orbit.
$1. That's what Paul Tibbet's mother paid for him to look inside an airplane at a local fair. Decades later, he flew the plane that killed 70,000 in Hiroshima. He named it Enola Gay after his mother, all because of that $1. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, blood money.
Alright, so we finished antimatter weaponry. Let's see if we actually want to use any of this stuff, but we might as well have it researched. Let's pick up Titanic spacecraft now, I think. Don't really see any point in doing these 3 techs up there. I guess we could go that way as well. But no, let's pick up the Titanic spacecraft, that's fine. Okay, so the aliens have launched for Explorer 1. It looks like it's a single ship here. I can actually go and have a look at him. He's going to be arriving there at the 15th of October. So we're going to be able to arrive there, we'll set up the base, because we're arriving here in May. We'll set up the base, we'll refuel, and we'll go back to Mars, and he'll just end up in our fleet at Mars. That's one more kill for us in a year's time. Now we are having a little bit of an unrest problem here in the Southeast Asian Alliance. It's actually quite a lot here. So I'm trying to bring up the cohesion again. The main reasons for this is well, both cohesion and from GDP. So they've lost a lot of GDP from separating with China, and they're feeling that. So we're putting a lot of points into unity and into economy and into fund. We still want to do a lot of funding, of course, before we're integrating it back into China. We just want to keep it under control. We've got the same problem here in China, but it's going to reach a rest value of 2.7 here. We need to get the unity up a little bit here, so I put some points into that as well. We probably don't need spoils anymore here. We can turn those off. Now we finish the public behavioral monitoring. They gives us a little bit of gives the aliens another debuff against us. And if we were to use oppression, it'll increase the efficiency of that. I think we still got a few of these science ones to do. Now we might as well pick this one up. Now we finish the rapid response teams here really quickly. Katana security. I will check that out and see what it is. I think we might want to pick these up just in case. Not that important, but we'll pick this one up instead. I also started working on the tier 4 reactor for ICF here. We got this one here, it's an assassinate org, it's definitely nice to have. Nothing that we need to use right now though. And this one, we probably don't need that one anymore. We could replace that one with one of these other ones that are probably better, more useful to us. And so we're putting on the Varisano instead for the 15% energy research and 38 science and 2 science. We get those up, won't do anything at the next turn, of course, but alright, so we finished the climate change mitigation. This is going to help us reduce, and all oil core region resources are eliminated. That's the big thing of this one. So oil is no longer a valuable resource on Earth, which is a little bit fun, but Yeah, so it'll help remove a little bit of that. We don't really have anything. Don't think we really need to go for antimatter mass production, but we don't really have anything else to do, so no, we don't want to do that because that will upset the we're already doing 2 energy ones. We don't want to do another one. Let's grab this one just because it is a different type. Okay, so we did manage to take a control point here in Croatia. We're gonna pick up the second one here as well. And then we're pretty much up at the cap we can be at. This one's 5. Will be 10 below, but at this point 10 isn't that much anymore. Might as well just pick up this point. We have consolidated Germany. That means we can finally disband these armies in Germany. And I got 3 of them that are just hampering them. Now we'll just put everything into funding here. They are going to be integrated very shortly into the European Union. And we do need to defend interest in China again.
Your orders?
I think we will send Emmet off to do that. Because Samsur is very busy at the moment trying to keep unrest down here. And I'm not sure what to do to make it go down the fastest. I guess maybe oppression would be the way to go. How long until we can actually unify it into China? I think that's the big thing here. If we go policies in China, we can check 18th of July. That's 2 months. We can probably go into oppression. Let's try to get it down as much as possible. It should help us with splinter nations. Because at the moment I think a lot of them will splinter off. We're gonna get some kind of splinter nation anyway we need to conquer, so... And there's widespread panic in Tbilisi in Georgia. Or in former Georgia, I would like to say. Okay, let's have a look here what we're looking at here. And we will get an... I wonder if it goes up or down cohesion. I think we're over 5. A little bit hard to tell exactly where we're at. No calculated value 5.00. Okay. I wonder what the extreme is. Unrest by 3. I pay a little bit and there won't be as much. We can reduce the democracy score by a tiny sliver. Yeah, that's we can take the hit to democracy. It's not even noticeable on Europe. Okay, Explorer 1 has arrived. We will set up this mining base on Bismarck's Facula. And of course, this isn't going to be the Bane Bridge. This is Heidelberg. This is a mine. We can cancel this automated fishing pile, just like we've done all the other times. And we'll throw in a supply depot here instead. Okay, it does look like putting everything into oppression there has helped a bit. Let's see if we can come back over and get it up here. So we've been... we didn't get a critical success there. But it's going +1 every month. And now at least we're going minus a little bit. So we should have it stabilized at least until we can unify it again. And Explorer 2 is repaired. So we shall send it out as well on a new mission. This is not the best rock in space, but it is one that suits our purpose. So let's send them off over there. Spend everything. Yeah, we're spending everything on these. They just go fast. That's their job. And we can go Federation 2. We need to do that from the European Union, though, I think. And we'll do it that way. We'll disband some of these armies. We're actually going to disband them all. Okay, so we have arrived with our main fleet in Earth. We've got a few more supply officers here. We should check what kind of officers we have here as well. It might be a little bit fun to look at. But for now they're repairing. Okay, so the main fleet has been repaired. So actually that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. You're just gonna stick around there, and we can join these in there. I want you to merge with the main fleet. Why do we have solo Delta V on this one? What did I do for wrong now? Oh, we built a short range Sahi, I think. That's not the end of the world. I will just merge this one in with Task Force Earth instead. And they were out here at Anschluss orbit. And they're bombarding our base down here. A little bit of a shame that we can't put a point defense array up on these. We might be able to do a little bit of damage to them. One would think that we could set the automated mine up to just shoot at anything that is arriving there. That's the only thing that would be going, it would only be shooting resources away from there. And another global warming event in India. We'll help them as best as we can. And we've arrived here at Gateway Earth. I will join up with the main fleet. We've got 50 ships here in the main fleet now. That's very nice. Now we just need to be able to lift our counselor up, of course. We're going to keep disbanding these armies. And we're going to federate with Germany, of course. That'll be December we can unify them. And we're finished building out here at Heidelberga. So we're just going to set this one down to resupply and then transfer back home. And they are going after Anschluss here, which we kind of expected since they sent the ship there. It's been online almost a year, so that's fine. And as for the next turn here, we are going to orbit Samsor. He's going to get to... Oh yeah, we need to choose where he's going, of course. There's so many ships here. On one of these Ulus is probably fine. That's a little bit of boost. That's gonna be his mission. Where did he go? So we'll see how this goes. But maybe we've actually gotten it down enough that the oppression can kick it down the rest of the way. Yeah, it looks like it. That should be fine. Do we have anyone else we can unify here just yet? Yeah, we can unify the Czech Republic. That means we set national policy in the European Union again.
I'm here.
And Fru can do the same thing in Germany to get rid of that last army.
Where do you need me?
What are we doing here? Just pure funding. That is good. But a little bit of mission control left to do here. What are we doing here? To be honest, funding is everything we need to do here. In basically all of these countries. At least the ones that we do own here. Okay, you're done with that. You can do economy then. That is fine. We do need to defend interests in China again.
Acknowledged. Securing our control.
Actually, Emiliano could do that. We don't have a better mission for you anyway.
Protecting our interests.
And then Emmet can keep advising. I think that's the better option. And everything is green here, so that's good. That means we have a good set of priorities at the moment. But that's going to be all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.